Following the lesson plan, this is only a 5-minute activity. It will incorporate in the writing aspect, also reading what the question may be, and the listening to the directions. Each student at the different level will be able to answer this question, whether it is with an interpreter or a parent in the classroom that will help them understand what that is. Now, with it being the first question of the unit, many students may not understand what some of these questions may be asking, but that's where our unit takes us into. If you even put it to where there's a timer, and students are able to, when that's done, we move on. Okay, turn and talk. So in pairs, you're going to share the responses with another person at the table, and as they should share with their other partner as well. So it's going back and forth. This fits in with the speaking. Students can answer yes or no questions. Students can convert content through high frequency words, which are words that we will be talking about, explain outcomes and abstract ideas. This is allowing students to be able to share their responses and work together in a group. There may be students who are not on the same speaking level as another peer, but with the help of an aide or a translator or another student in the classroom, they will be able to participate in this activity based off of the level where they are at for the WIDA. This activity is a short lesson, short term. Students are only given about 1.5 minutes to be able to discuss. So this will allow them to be able to speak, but not to get off task. Now for our next part of the assignment, students are going to work in pairs to discuss and collaborate. They're going to read the assigned article, which I have pulled up here, and students will have this as a handout, or they will have access to it on their Chromebook laptop. So they will read the assigned article. Step 2, they'll explain how slavery was introduced and established in Americas, and then using the information from the text, discuss and determine why slavery became a fixed system in the colonies. This is allowing think, pair, share, allowing collaboration. They're still having independent work, but at the same time, they're also expected to work on their own. After that time is up, they will divide into groups to where they will work on a jigsaw activity. Each group will analyze one of the following primary sources. So they'll get to choose which one, either the U.S. Constitution, Madison's Notes on the Constitutional Convention, Federalist, number 54, Anti-Federalist Writings on Slavery, Letters of our Founding Fathers. They will have 20 minutes to work. After reading, they'll read and discuss their assigned documents or excerpts, and then they'll fill out this graphic organizer, which goes into allowing them to put down the key parts of that. They're going to have a summary of the document that they chose to read. What does this document say about slavery? What arguments are made for or against slavery? And how does this document impact the Constitution? This is great for students on all levels as working together in groups. They are able to work together, and if there is any confusion or misunderstanding on any partner's part, that the other person will be able to help them with that. At the middle of classroom, they will each get to have a group presentation. They will need to address the following questions from the document in 1 to 2 minutes. How did the Constitution address slavery? What compromises were made and why? Did all the founding fathers agree on slavery? And how did these decisions shape future conflicts over slavery? Speaking on the WIDA levels, students will be able to, depending on what their level, answer the yes or no questions, can convert content through high frequency words or phrases, so using our words in our classroom. Can they retell ideas from the article for level 3? They can explain the outcomes, and then on level 5, students can talk about and give examples of abstract ideas. So being able to pull from the article that they chose and be able to explain to them. Now I know that there's not yes or no questions on here, but those can be asked from the teacher. So teacher-led questions and then yes or no. So one of the questions that could be a yes or no for level 1 is, did all founding fathers agree on slavery? That's a simple yes or no. Now going into, if they're on level 5, you can have them further discuss that. Okay, what founding fathers agreed on it, which founding fathers did not agree on it, and have them have more of an open discussion on that. The last one will be our exit ticket. That's the last 10 minutes of class. They will be asked, do you think the founders handled the issue of slavery effectively in the Constitution? Why or why not? They will need to answer that question in 3 to 5 sentences before the end of class is over. Now, again, modification for our ELL students, depending on their level, having help with a para, a translator, and maybe this is where students can work together if they are still working through those levels, and have it modified to where it is a group or a pair project answer.